Let's turn to what he was talking about at the Kennedy Center as well. A lot of anticipation of what's going on Friday. This meeting between him and Vladimir Putin. The call today went very well, according to some of the readouts. We've got the ceasefire must come before negotiations. We have Mark Rutte, the NATO secretary, saying it was an exceptionally good call. We have German Chancellor Friedrich Merz saying it was a very good call. They're praising President Trump. Yet President Trump has to go into sort of these questions in these news conferences. What does success mean like after this meeting? The real pressure, and even truth today, Daniel, that the very unfair media is at work on my meeting with Putin. He writes here, constantly quoting fired losers and really dumb people will put this up. Like John Bolton, who just said that even though the meeting is on American soil, Putin has already won. President Trump writes, what's that all about? We are winning on everything. The fake news is working overtime. No tax on overtime. So he goes on, and he's obviously upset of how the meeting, even before it has taken place, that there is some push for it not to be successful. I find that perplexing. This is peace. This is saving lives. This is President Trump doing something that, well, Joe Biden couldn't get done. Daniel?
Yeah, you can't make peace unless you're talking to your adversaries and the other side. And so I think the Europeans were very strong to make sure that Trump doesn't get played by Putin, because he has met Putin in the past where Trump has kind of taken Putin's line on election interference or other issues. And kind of repeated it back
election
to the
interference. We just don't go back to Russiagate, because that's a whole other thing that we don't want to. Yeah, I mean, played by Putin. He also just said that he's going to have more sanctions. He's told India, I'm going to put sanctions on you. They're considered, an ally. He's going to do this because he wants to starve Putin of the money to fund the war. So, I mean, it's comments like that. He's getting played by Putin. At least he's having the conversation. At least the meeting's happening. I'll let you continue here.
Yeah, I think I totally agree that you can't make peace unless you actually talk to the other side. And so too many people in Washington have kind of just said, we're just not going to even talk to Putin. And so I think that they are lowering expectations for this meeting, because remember, they were going to have Zelensky at this meeting in Alaska, and that's not going to happen. So they're going to have to do multiple meetings, and Zelensky and Ukraine have to be involved, because it is their country at the end of the day. This is not America. And so while America is a huge supporter of Ukraine, the Ukrainians have to be involved because they are the ones who are fighting and dying against this evil regime in Russia.
Which is exactly what President Trump said. The readout said, Trump stated, territorial issues can only be negotiated by Ukraine. He will fight for a trilateral meeting between Putin, which could take place in Europe. Final thoughts, 30 seconds to you, Luke.
Before this administration, we did not even have a negotiating table. Zelensky was not talking with the White House hardly, or with the other side with Vladimir Putin. Putin was not making any concessions towards Ukraine. Many of our friends on the left would like to say that anything beyond a complete and teetotal victory for Ukraine is unacceptable, and we have to come to a compromise. This president has pulled together a negotiating table, spoken to both sides, and actually made progress in peace negotiations. I'm confident he's going to continue along that trajectory until we get a resolution.
So you don't think he's going to get played by Putin? You disagree with Daniel, Luke?
I don't think he's going to get played by Putin. I think that our friends on the left may say that he gets played by Putin if anything gets thrown in Russia's direction, even if it ultimately results in peace.